Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ernie Olima and this video is about AQA A-level French. The video is aimed at people who are considering to take A-level French as an option for one of their A-levels. It's also aimed at people who have started studying A-level French, so maybe they're in year 12 or in year 13. And this video will just give you a reminder of the reasons why people study the subject and what the subject involves. And to give a brief introduction about myself, I achieved a grade 9 for my GCSE French, and I also achieved an A-star for my A-level French. So why do people study languages at A-level? There are many reasons to do this, and it's important that you have your own reasons, because if ever you're struggling with a subject, or you find that you're not enjoying the subject, if you come back to the reasons that you chose to study the subject, that can help you to just stay motivated and continue learning and doing well in the subject. So I'm just going to summarize a few reasons that are found on the AQA specification. Studying a language at A-level, such as French, can help you to enhance your linguistic and critical thinking skills. It can help you to develop language control, foster effective interaction with language users, cultivate language learning strategies to build fluency, engage critically with texts and films, expand knowledge of cultural and societal issues, enable cultural mediation between speakers of the language in English. It may encourage you to learn other languages. It can prepare you for further study or employment, and it can help you to develop independent research skills. So there are many reasons here for studying a language. If you give the video a pause, you can have a look at some that resonate with you, or maybe you have your own reasons, but just finding out why you've chosen that subject is really useful. I think many of these apply to me, as I really enjoyed learning French at GCSE, so a lot of the things on this list were the reasons that I took it for an A-level. Now moving on to assessment weightings. This shows how each paper is weighted and what you'll be assessed on in A-level French. So there are 3 papers in A-level French. The first one is paper 1, and that's listening, reading and writing. This will form 50% of your overall grade. Paper 2 is just writing and involves 2 essays. This is 20% of your overall grade, meaning that each essay is worth 10% of your overall grade. Finally, paper 3 is speaking, and this is worth 30% of your overall grade. Now I'm going to go into a bit more detail on all of the papers. Paper 1, listening, reading and writing, will last 2.5 hours. In the listening section, you'll have to listen to passages from a variety of contexts, sources and registers based on themes from the specification. You'll get a summary question where you have to write in French, and you'll be assessed for both language, quality and content. At least 2 passages will reference French-speaking countries outside of France, and at least 1 passage will involve multiple speakers. In the reading section, you'll have to read texts adapted from authentic sources, including non-fiction, fiction, and online materials. Questions require you to infer meaning from abstract material, and you'll have to summarize 1 text in French, with marks being awarded for content and language, like in the listening section. In the translation section, you'll have to translate a passage of at least 100 words from French to English and from English to French. The translations are based on themes from the specification, and in the French to English translation, you'll be provided with a supporting text, and this is extremely useful and something that many people don't realise. Paper 2 is writing, and this will last 2 hours. You'll have to answer an essay question in French for each of the 2 works that you've studied. You will have either studied 2 books or a book and a film. You'll have a choice of questions on each book and film, and all questions will be in French and will require a critical and analytical response in French. You'll be advised to write approximately 300 words per essay. However, there's no rule about this. You can write as much as you want, and everything that you write will be marked. However, it's advised that you do 300 words. If you write the recommended number of words, you'll have access to the full range of marks, so there's no need to go over that. There is a wide variety of texts for you to study, and you will either study 1 or 2 of these. I studied 1 text and 1 film, and the text that I studied was Nos et Moi by Delphine de Vigan. Here is a list of all of the films that you can study. I studied La Haine by Mathieu Kassovitz. Paper 3 is the speaking paper. This will last 21 to 23 minutes and will include 5 minutes supervised preparation time. It sounds like it's a long paper, but it will fly by. It will not feel as long as 21 to 23 minutes. The test will be in 2 parts. Part 1 will be the discussion of 1 sub-theme from those in the specification, and this will last 5 to 6 minutes. Part 2 will be the presentation and discussion of your individual research project. I'll go into more detail on this in a different video. However, just to summarise it, it's a subject or key question of interest, and it needs to relate to a country or countries where French is spoken. Here is a list of all of the topics that you'll be studying in A-level French, and you should study the topics in relation to any French-speaking country. So it doesn't have to be just France, it can be African countries that speak French or French-speaking Europe. It's not limited to France. The changing nature of family, the cyber society, the place of voluntary work, positive features of a diverse society, life for the marginalised, how criminals are treated, a culture proud of its heritage, contemporary francophone music, cinema, the seventh art form, teenagers, the right to vote and political commitment, demonstrations, strikes, who holds the power, and finally, politics and immigration. Thank you for watching this video. This video is the first video in a series of videos on A-level French, and all the information I got from this video came from the A-level French specification, and it was a summary of the information there. So if you want to find the full details of A-level French, you should go to the specification and get the information there yourself. This video was just a summary of that. Future videos will involve some lessons and content revision, and this will just be useful for people who are going over A-level French and who want to just have a bit more help to supplement their work and their revision and their lessons.